hopefully on the MPP. Oh, there's another guy on TikTok that does like only funny and like happy heckling. I think he is a Giants fan,
Yeah,
but
we've
he
seen. Yeah,
goes
we've
to
seen
the
that.
outfield and just yells at the players, but like nice taunting, and the players like it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm trying to think of it. Like, I bet you only like pistachio ice cream, you bum. So
yeah.
something like that, like that's just they're just having a good time. It's completely
Yeah.
different.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MPP, the Noah and Patrick podcast, and this is episode number 40. Episode number 40. Uh, Hopefully, everyone is gonna have a great 4th of July when we're recording this. This is the day before. Hopefully, everyone has a safe and fun 4th of July weekend. Pretty nice that this year it's a 3-day weekend. I
Yep.
mean, pretty perfect. Um, it's not like the middle of the week where you still have to go into work
hmm
the next day or day after. So
Gonna
pretty
let
nice.
loose, have a good time.
Yeah, yeah. Any plans for you, Noah? Are you staying home?
No, I'm probably gonna stay home. I'm not real. I don't really care for fireworks. They're just the same every time, It's just the only time it's like, okay, I want to go see fireworks if we go somewhere, not like the regular ones that, just
Anyone
random
else?
neighbors shooting
Yeah,
up the air or whatever. Like that, I don't care about those. But
yeah,
like cool ones like Disneyland, went to Disneyland, saw that. Any firework type show like by professionals is cool. But
yeah.
the ones around here, whatever.
I feel you. I feel you. I
Yeah.
feel like
What
I'm the
about you?
opposite. I love fireworks. I think it's the
Yeah.
like I have fun picking out fireworks each year.
So you go and pick them out, like just, like the ones from like a booth,
Yeah, I go pick them out.
uh, just like the regular ones you throw on the
This
ground in the street.
Yeah, this year I didn't do any research, but usually I do some research. Want the most bang for
Mm.
the buck, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Makes
Yeah.
sense. I feel like that's something I'll do later in life when I have family or something.
Yeah.
But right now, it's like I don't see a reason to get excited for them. I just think they're the same every time. Like there's no difference. It's the same
Yeah.
thing.
I do have my favorites that I always pick out, so
Nice.
fan favorites.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Anywho, big NBA free agency this week. It started on Monday and it got going. Once it opened, we had like 6 deals done in a matter of minutes. Of course, all these deals get done before, don't get done, but they are in talks before actual free
Basically agreed
agency.
to already.
Yeah. So they all become official um, Monday, I think Monday at 12 or something. So we're gonna talk about all the free agent moves, that the big ones, not all, like, not a two-way player getting signed. We don't care about them, but
Yeah.
um,
Might get mentioned, but we won't really go in depth on it.
yeah. So we're gonna go. Not every team. We're not gonna touch base on every team, but um, all the teams that we haven't talked about. Like we already talked about the Kristaps Porzingis trade.
Yeah. But a big player there is Nikhil Alexander Walker. I think it's bigger that he left the Timberwolves than is joining the Hawks. He was a pretty he had a pretty good playoff for the Timberwolves there. So that's a key loss for the
Yeah.
Timberwolves on that one.
Yep.
And also, Clint Capella leaving for the Rockets was a loss for the Hawks.
Yeah. It's
So
kind of crazy that he went to the Rockets where it's already Sagoon there.
yeah, that's why a lot of people are thinking maybe Sagoon's on the move. For a Giannis in a Giannis trade, but I just think they'd rather have Clint Capella than Steven Adams back there as a backup. Steven Adams can just be the third guy, the mentor kind of player,
Yeah.
even though he also had a pretty good playoff
Postseason. Yeah.
run. Yeah.
Next the Boston Celtics. We got Anthony Simons that we talked. Yeah, not really
Yeah,
much
nothing new on there.
after
Luke
that.
Garza, shout out Luke Garza.
Yeah, he's still around. Still playing in the G League. Brooklyn Nets made some moves that we haven't talked about, including the Michael Porter Jr. trade from the Nuggets, which was pretty crazy. Cam Johnson was in that trade. He goes to the Nuggets. Um, yeah, I mean, Nets making some moves here. I don't know if Michael Porter Jr. is the guy. I think I would have had Cam Johnson, but what do you
Yeah, I
think?
just think Michael Porter Jr. making a lot of money. Why that's well, one of the reasons why Denver let him go in this trade. And Cam Johnson, kind of the same player. Some might say he's better because defensively he's better, um, making less money to do
Yeah,
about the same as Michael Porter Jr. But the Nets do get a first round pick in this. I think it's 2030, 2032, one of those two years. Um, and if the rumors are true that they're willing to just get rid of Jokic or Jokic is going to leave, that pick could be pretty valuable at that point. So, uh, a nice little throw in, I think, for the Nets, who are probably not going to be very good. And you get pretty much the same player. You just have to pay him more. And I mean, the Nets offense, not that bad. We got
yeah,
Cam
Cam
Thomas, Michael
Thomas.
Porter Jr., Nick Claxton, who I mean, a lot of people think he's going to be on the way out. Sharp is pretty good. Zaire Williams is pretty good. They got some nice players, but I don't think they'll be making much noise. But um,
So
it was kind of just a hey, here's a first. Okay, we'll take a first.
yeah,
We're stocking up
exactly.
on some firsts.
Yeah, we'll see. And then maybe they make a move for the 10th seed in the East.
Yeah, you never know. The East is wide open right now.
Yep. Also D'Angelo Russell signs with the Mavs. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Uh
Mark Williams got traded from the Hornets to the Suns. That was pretty big. We talked about that a little bit, but I think that's probably the biggest one. And I mean, they got Colin Sexton for Nurkic, which was a little surprising by the Jazz
yeah.
to trade Sexton. Sexton, I think, is a pretty good player. So,
Yeah, I
but
think
yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's the center for the Hornets now. Plumlee?
yeah. Plumlee
What's
right
that?
there. Plumlee. Yeah. He had a good year with the Suns on the second half of the season.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
guess
don't think
so.
I
I
don't think
guess
so.
so. I mean,
Well,
he played. He
yeah,
played.
he was starting over.
He got some minutes
Who did they
over
bench?
over Connor Gillespie.
Yeah,
Um,
no. Didn't the center get
Bol
benched?
Bol.
Bobo.
The Bol was starting, I think. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know.
Uh,
But
they didn't even have a center. So
I think the Hornets made some good trades here. Well, Colin Sexton should be interesting to be paired with next to LaMelo Ball. So
yeah, even as a backup point, I like him as a backup point there.
yeah. Chicago Bulls. We already talked about Lonzo Ball leaving. Noah sad. Go check out the
Yeah,
last episode.
that's my guy.
See how sad he was.
Elves crying.
Cavs. We touched base on all these.
Yeah, pretty much same thing.
Ty
Talked about
Jerome
last
going to
night.
the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they lost Ty, who is really good, but I don't think he's one of those guys. I put him in the Timothy Mozgov range, where he
Oh,
had a really good year, and
yeah.
who knows if he will ever be that good again.
But he got his money. He got paid. So
And that's all that matters.
yep. Uh, the Mavs. Yeah, D'Angelo Russell going there.
Kyrie extension.
Yeah, rework the contract there, kind of. And yeah, Dante Exum returns on 1 year deal.
Rumors that they could be going for LeBron James if he gets bought out by the
Yeah,
Lakers. So there you
pretty
go.
pretty crazy. Like we said with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr. Excuse me, trade. They signed Hardaway Jr., Bruce Brown, and they get Cam Johnson. Jonas Valanciunas may go to Greece,
Yeah, they traded him
and
or
he
Saric
said,
for him, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm gone."
"Yeah, I think Cam Johnson's gonna be good for the Nuggets."
Yeah, I think he's a better fit than Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, Detroit Pistons. They sign Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson. I think they're pretty good trades there. Or
Signings.
signings and Duncan Robinson. I feel like he kind of fell off at the Heat, but he's a good 3-point shooting guy.
I mean, losing Tim Hardaway Jr., you pretty much just replaced that with Duncan Robinson. Um, Same thing with Karis LeVert. Dennis Schroeder was a good like off bench scorer. Karis LeVert, he's now your new six man. So Karis LeVert been a great six man in the league for a while. He comes off
Yeah,
the bench, he scores really well, and
this
Pistons are going to
is
be good again, I think.
this is his third team,
Oh,
correct?
it might even be more than that. It
Fourth?
might be fourth or fifth team. He
Whew.
has been traded a good amount, but he always puts up numbers.
Yeah,
So
he's always good. Yeah.
yeah, he was good with the Cavs last year.
Big news out of the Warriors. Look at all this. Look at how much they're doing in the offseason, right? We love to see it. Come on, Looney, going to the Pelicans.
Yeah, trying the hardest out there.
Yeah, I mean, they're in talks to get Damian Lillard. I don't know why, but
Yeah, I don't know about that.
yeah,
I mean, if I'm Damian Lillard, the only reason why I'd want to go there is because that's where I grew up. Well,
trying to get it.
it's not even technically there.
No.
He grew up in Oakland, so he's from Oakland. But that's the only reason why I think he'd go.
Out of all of these for the Rockets, I think Dorian Finney-Smith is crazy. I think a lot of people said that he was going to re-sign with the Lakers, but he goes to the Rockets on a 4-year deal. I think like 50 something million.
A big contract, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I mean, the Rockets are having an off season. That's for sure.
yeah.
Like Steven Adams, I mean, they just rewarded him for a good postseason, I'm
Jabari
guessing.
Smith Jr.
Yeah, give him the 5 year big money. Fred VanVleet. Yeah, they're basically just running it back and with Kevin Durant. So
Uh,
I mean, they lose Jalen Green, but
who
he was
cares?
supposed to be your guy, and he wasn't really the guy.
Yeah.
And you replace Dylan Brooks with Dorian Finney-Smith, who's arguably better than
Way
Dylan
better.
Brooks. Yeah. So hey, if you're a Rockets fan,
Welcome. Welcome back.
you gotta be feeling pretty good right now.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the being good.
And they might even get more players with the potential 7 team trade that's cooking over there that Durant was
Yeah, the
potentially a part of.
Warriors are in the 7-team trade. Who do you think they're gonna get?
4 seconds.
Yeah, all their draft picks that they just
Yeah, what are
got
they giving
back.
up?
Yeah, for
Come
Gary
on, Looney.
Payton.
That's probably who is going to be part of the trade.
Miles Turner goes to the Bucks. Kind of sad. He didn't get enough money from the Pacers, so see ya.
Get him out of here. And Pacers also not signing a center, and there's literally no more centers. So
No.
might be a lottery year.
Yep. Clippers get Brook Lopez. 2-year deal.
Yeah, I wonder how that's going to work. Probably backup center to Zubac.
Zubac. Lakers signing DeAndre Ayton and Jake LaRivia.
Yeah,
Rabia.
apparently the first call was to Jake LaRavia or LaRivia, whatever.
Yeah.
So shout out to that move. Yeah, I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, DeAndre Ayton, former first overall pick. I mean, he's not bad. He's not bad, but
He just doesn't try.
definitely, yeah. When he's on his game, he's a great center. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like a 10-minute clip of him just like getting out rebounded. So
And Jackson Hayes returns on a 1-year deal, so probably backup center again.
yeah,
Grizzlies. We basically talked about everything. Santi Altima returns on a 3-year deal. I think a lot of money too on that deal. I don't know why they paid him that much, but
he's a good young player, man.
no.
I think he's 23. He's on my dynasty.
Yeah, I think I dropped him.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds us. We have to do that rookie draft.
Oh yeah, we have to get a draft going. But let's see if we got
Oh
anyone else
shoot.
joining first, though.
Yeah.
Got some
Um,
some calls.
Miami Heat not doing much.
We pretty much already talked about Mitchell.
Yeah,
Um, Font Fontecchio. It's a sick name.
Simone.
But yeah, forward piston on that one.
Milwaukee Bucks. There's just a lot going on. I mean,
And they lost three key guys. Connaughton was like their sixth, seventh man.
yeah,
Lillard, obviously, the big one that got waived. They're gonna be paying him 20 million over the next 5 years. Absolutely insane. And I think they're still paying like four head coaches over the next few years still.
yep,
Um, Brooke Lopez we just talked about, but Miles Turner, really good addition. Misic is a shooter who can't shoot, and Gary Harris, who hasn't really done anything since he had a couple good
leaving.
years with Denver, but I think he was probably I don't know where it was. I was on the Magic still. I don't know, but he's been buried on the bench, probably injuries.
Yeah, I think re-signing Bobby Portis may be uh pretty
Their
good for
best
them
move.
too. Yeah,
Their second best behind Miles Turner.
yeah.
Gary Trent's not bad. Um, Torian Prince kind of just there, but I don't know who's going to be their point guard, man. I guess maybe Kevin Porter Jr. Yeah,
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
we
Gary
don't
Harris.
mess with Kevin Porter Jr. if you know what he did. We don't mess with that guy.
Timberwolves. We got all that.
I mean, yeah, just lost Alexander Walker. Naz Reid with the big deal. We talked about it, I think, already.
Yeah, Julius Randle returning.
Yeah, 3 years.
New Orleans Pelicans. Basically got all that.
I mean, from what we've seen so far, I think maybe the second best offseason. I don't know who else is. Maybe the
Yeah,
Nuggets had to get made better for the trade, but yeah. I mean, I like Jordan Poole. Kevon Looney's pretty good, and Sadiq Bey. I like Sadiq Bey.
yeah. Just hopefully Zion stays healthy. We're
Yep.
banking on it. The Knicks might sign Mike Brown, head coach.
Yeah. Hasn't coached in
Couple
a
of
couple
years,
years now. Yeah.
one and a
So,
half years.
but two bench guys.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Jordan Clarkson can easily put up 20.
Very hot and cold. He's basically the current day Nick Young,
Shout
J.R. Smith, maybe.
out to Swaggy P.
Yep.
OKC, not really much going on there. Shea Gilgeous in like 2030 is gonna almost make $1 million per game, which is wild. It's making like 78 million that year.
Insane.
Yeah. Orlando Magic, we touched based on already.
Yeah,
Desmond
76ers haven't
Bay.
really done anything.
Yeah.
Suns, we talked about, but
Colin Gillespie, your boy.
like they made some moves, but
It's not great.
I don't know how much it really helps them. It
Yeah.
all just cancels out because they lost KD.
Yeah. Trailblazers, we've discussed. Sacramento Kings sign Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, I mean they got rid of point guards and now they're stuck with Schroeder on a $45 million deal, I think. So
Jeez,
shout out to Dennis Schroeder. He was like almost out of the league at one point, and now he's just
he's back. He resurfaced after leaving the Warriors.
yeah.
Why did the Warriors trade for him? That's a horrible.
It was one of the most. I mean, when it happened, I think I even said, I was like, what was the point of this? They
And
don't
they got
even
rid
need a
of him
guard.
at the trade deadline.
Yeah, they didn't even need a guard. And they probably got some seconds. I don't know. Stack them up.
Spurs signed Luke Cornett, bench guy, 3-point shooter. Dude, the Raptors re-signing Jacob Poeltl, 4-year extension. I mean, What can't that guy do? Probably one of
He's
the
a
best
beast.
signings this offseason.
Jacopoto, the beast. And Sandro
Mhm.
Mamukelashvili.
Nice, dude. That
I
was
don't know if that's
awesome.
right, but
Mamu
he had like
Kelashvili.
high 20, low 30 point game for the Spurs. So hey,
Yeah,
you never know.
I
Maybe
think
he's
we talked
something.
about it too.
Yeah, maybe he's something.
Utah Jazz adding Nurkic to a team of all draft picks the last 20 years.
Nice.
Johnny Juzang. Juzang.
I think he's a former UCLA legend.
Oh, that's not good.
I mean, I don't know about legend, but I think he played for UCLA a few years ago.
Last but not least, the Wizards that we also already talked about. So
Yeah. Well,
they just got older.
a lot of players changing teams, a lot of moves, and there's still a lot of moves to be made.
Yep.
Most likely, even more trades going to go down here in a while. Everyone's on a LeBron watch. See what happens there. It's the first time he's opted in to his player option, so also looking out to see if it's just his last year playing. You know, a lot of stuff there. Giannis watch if he's going to get traded or not. If he approves or disapproves the Miles Turner trade or signing Dame release.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal might get bought out. What else? That's not on there.
Giannis.
Yeah, I said Giannis.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Malik Beasley's being investigated for gambling. Yeah, related to NBA games and prop bets, and this was during the 2023-2024 season that's being investigated. That's when he was on the Milwaukee Bucks. So people have been watching back, those games obviously because they want to see if they can see uh, the moments where he could have been throwing a game,
Yeah.
missing a shot on purpose, not grabbing a rebound or something when he could have to hit a bet. But um, from what I've seen, no one has really found anything other than a time where he's standing trying to guard Halliburton, and Halliburton runs right by him and he doesn't move. He's just stuck like this in
Yeah.
the squat position. But yeah, we'll see. That just came out a couple days ago, so we'll see what the findings are of that. Anything on that or no?
No, the only thing I saw is that on TikTok they showed someone betted a large amount to get under 2.5 rebounds, and he literally got 3 rebounds in the first quarter. So
So yeah,
I don't get
uh,
the game in question. He
that
gets it.
wasn't that game, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
Unless, no, I don't know. Unless someone asked them, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But right now it doesn't seem very obvious if he was. It's not like a Jonte Porter situation where it was very obvious. There was messages and everything. Uh, some baseball real quick. Cleveland Guardians pitcher Luis Ortiz under investigation for gambling.
Now this
So,
guy, I think has better.
he was paid on or placed on paid leave right now. Uh, but still investigation phase. Yeah, Luis Ortiz. Did you see anything else about it?
He's getting called out on 2 pitches. Um, I think a large amount of bets were placed that the first pitch of the inning was gonna be a ball, and he threw both of them in the dirt. Like didn't even make it
Nice.
to home plate. So
Nice.
it's kind of sketchy, but I think more has to be investigated. I mean, you're in the second inning. It's not like the first inning. You're kind of rusty.
Trying to fill
I
it out.
I understand the first inning, but second inning, first pitch, large amount of money being bet to throw a ball or hit the batter,
Yeah, yeah.
and he throws two in the dirt. Yeah,
It's rough.
I
Yeah.
don't think so, bud.
Yeah, and baseball is serious about that type of stuff. I mean, we've seen Pete Rose get banned the White Sox players from 1906 or whatever it was.
Yeah,
The like whole five players got banned. Um, whole team, whatever it was, but yeah, they're serious. So it'll probably be a pretty hefty punishment, if not out of baseball, if
yeah.
it's true. Um, and then last but not least, MLB All-Star teams were announced. Let's go through the starting real quick. Catchers for the NL: Will Smith, first baseman; Freddie Freeman, Ketel Marte at second; Francisco Lindor at shortstop; Manny Machado at third; Ronald Acuna, Kyle Tucker, and Pete Crow Armstrong starting in the outfield, and then of course Shohei Ohtani at DH. So Dodgers there leading the players, of course. Um, and then AL, Cal Raleigh at catcher is having an insane year. 33 before July, 33 home runs before July. Absolutely insane. In the talks with Barry Bonds, um, all the steroids guys,
Yep.
basically. So yeah, get him tested. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., first base. Gleyber Torres, second. Jacob Wilson, short rookie, starting at short. So that's pretty cool for the A's. Jose Ramirez at third. Aaron Judge, Riley Green, Javier Baez, all starting in the outfield, and Ryan O'Hearn starting at DH for the Orioles, and the Detroit Tigers leading the way with starters there. So shout out to the Tigers having a great first half of the season.
There's a lot of talk that if Cal Raleigh keeps his pace, he could win MVP over Aaron Judge.
Hey, I'm all about it, but Aaron Judge is gonna give him a run for his money. He's having an absolutely insane year as well.
Yeah,
It's just
it's crazy.
a fun time to be a baseball fan, especially if you're a fan of those two teams. And also,
Exactly.
real quick, Clayton Kershaw threw for his 3,000th strikeout of his career, the
Yeah.
20th pitcher to ever do it, and just the third pitcher to do it for the same team. So shout out to Clayton Kershaw. I'm surprised he was still pitching this year. I think it's his last year, I think he said, but I'm not completely sure. It might be,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
He
But
might just be chasing milestones at this point, like the 3,000
yeah,
strikeout.
like Albert Pujols was chasing the 700 home runs.
Yeah.
He hit that 3,000. I don't know what else he's close to. Um, I'm sure he's some close to some sort of innings pitched,
Yeah.
um, something like
But
that. But
I'm
yeah,
sure the Dodgers just need someone out there, even if
but,
he's.
but yeah,
Like,
absolutely insane with how many pitchers you've seen go through baseball. He's only the
yeah.
20th pitcher ever with 3,000 strikeouts. So shout out Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah. Um, the only thing I got for you, I guess we're hitting all the sports today. The NFL big trade went down between the Steelers and the Dolphins. Kind of surprising here. Talking to my coworker that is a Steelers fan. Kind of sad that Minka Fitzpatrick is getting traded back to the Dolphins for Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith. So um, I think picks were involved as well. But you know, Minka Fitzpatrick probably one of the best safeties in the league, and then now they trade him for a cornerback. So I don't know is going to be playing safety back there, but they need all the help that they can get. So, but Jonnu Smith probably another weapon for Aaron Rodgers. They're just trying to put all their eggs in this basket this year. So we'll see what
Yeah, and
happens.
then there's been rumors already. Jonnu Smith was like a target for the Steelers. He was a former Falcon, and um, who was it? Arthur Smith, I think, the offensive coordinator for the Steelers, coached him there. So it's probably one of the reasons why they wanted to get him.
Yeah, he's a tight. I think he's a tight end, but mostly he played like wide receiver with the Dolphins.
Yeah, towards the end of the year last year, he had some crazy games.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I've lost some fantasy games because of Jonnu Smith. I was going against Jonnu Smith.
which is crazy. It's Johnny
Yeah.
Smith. Um, but no fear here. The Dolphins get their tight end back. They get Darren Waller, who unretires and gets traded to the Dolphins for I think a second round pick.
Yeah, I remember he was He's married to Kelsey
Plum.
Plum. Yeah, and they were in the same city, Las Vegas, because he was playing for the Raiders. And then they traded him right after they got married, and he kind of went off the rails in New York with the Giants. He's now divorced and he retired, and
Yeah.
now he's back. So hopefully everything's good with Darren Waller, you know.
Yeah, he just didn't want to block anymore in New York. I guess he had to play fullback 3 straight plays, and he didn't like that, so he wanted to finish out the year and then retire. So that's what
I
he
don't even know
said.
if he finished out the year.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that either, but that's he just wanted to catch passes, but
Eh,
blocking out there. Tyrod
who wants
Taylor.
to block? If I'm not 300 pounds, 6'5", I'm not blocking anybody. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Darren Wallen's huge. This guy's pretty big target to throw at. So, but hey,
Yeah,
that sums up the Giants for you.
Giants are a mess.
Yeah.
They were a mess, and they still are a mess.
Russell Wilson leading the charge this year, or Jackson Dart, or
Or
Tyrod Taylor. Is he still on
or
the team?
Jameis Winston.
Oh, Jameis
No, I
Winston.
think
That's
Jameis Winston.
yeah. Tyrod Taylor's somewhere else now.
Or Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, that's it for
yeah.
all my headlines. Favorite time of the year, NBA free agency. I mean, it was basically this whole episode. Just wild how much movement there is in the NBA. All has to deal with the salary cap, and no one wants to be in that second apron. And
Yep.
yeah, which is good.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
then
you don't get super teams anymore, so you
yeah,
gotta
I mean, I'm
figure it
not
out.
against it. I mean, we've seen some cool things, you know, different teams winning the finals.
Yeah,
Um, but I also think that is because like we were lucky enough to see Steph Curry and LeBron James in their prime, and with those two guys, I don't know if you're ever going to see that again, at least anytime soon. To
yeah,
be able to lead two teams on two different conferences and just meet at the finals 5 years in a row, whatever it was, 4 years in a row.
yeah,
Absolutely insane. I don't think we'll see that
yeah. I
all.
don't think next year we're gonna see. We may see the Thunder again because they're pretty good, but I don't think we're gonna see Halliburton next year.
Yeah, it's just tough with the Thunder because now they have the Rockets to deal with.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, and then
that's
obviously
it.
all these other teams, you know. I mean, obviously the Nuggets with Jokic,
Yeah,
Lakers have Doncic. The Mavs look like they might be okay, uh, depending on injuries. But yeah, it's interesting.
yep. Of course, the
It'll be
Warriors
fun.
have to be in the Western Conference. It's gonna be a struggle for the next however 8 years, 10 years. So
Yeah, the Warriors went all in for the championship window. They did get an extra one, but now it looks like it's going to be over and it's time to come back to reality, Warriors fans. Insane run though. It was an insane run.
before we end this episode, I don't know if you heard the DeMarcus Cousins interview
No.
that he said that when he was with the Warriors, and this was when they had Curry, Clay, KD, and Draymond, that they knew that they were gonna win some games, so they would come out for a shoot around with 8 minutes or 6 minutes on the clock before the game starts. That's how confident and good that they were. That's
I mean,
pretty.
with those,
That's pretty savage.
I mean, with if I was on the same team as Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson in his prime,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, I would be pretty confident too. I mean,
Yeah, he said,
you just went 73-9 and then you add KD. Like, come on. Are we being serious right here? Like,
yeah.
they'd be dumb to have no confidence.
And he said that Steve Curry's like, let's take it easy now. Let's not keep doing this.
Yeah, you do still have to stay focused, you know. It's a professional league.
Yes.
So you can lose anytime.
Yeah. Well, they did.
That's probably why they didn't go 82-0. Well, they probably could have gone 82-0.
Well, they didn't even win the championship that year, so
There you go.
yeah.
Shout out to the Raptors.
Yep. I think the Cavs beat them that year.
Well, with KD, they didn't beat them.
No? Oh, I'm
They
mixing my
they
ears
lost to
up.
KD. Yeah. The year before Cavs won.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then KD, the 73-9 team lost. And then KD joined. And then the Cavs lost. And then the Warriors lost to the Raptors, I think. The year after. Something like that.
Something like that. It's all
Something like
blurred
that.
down over
Yeah.
there. It's
That was
almost
like
10. It's almost
eight
10
years.
years ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago. It doesn't feel that long, but it was.
Yeah, but that is it. Episode number 40. Hopefully everyone enjoyed this one, and have a good weekend this week. And